What's up, Arizona? Welcome into something new. You're watching 12 Sports tonight on 12+. I'm Jake Garcia. We'll catch up with the rest of the crew in just a bit. Every Thursday night, come hang with us. We're talking all things Arizona sports. We're going to tell you the important stories, the ones that matter, and introduce you to the people that inspire us. This is 12 Sports Tonight, Arizona's OG and longest-running sports show, streaming on 12+. Let's go.
All right, Suns new GM Brian Gregory tech talked for nearly 40 minutes today. A lot of cliches and buzzwords. Sounded like a football coach without personality. We want alignment, identity, vision. Gregory will be the voice on the basketball side, a guy the owner fully trusts. He credits his 30 years of basketball experience and his long relationship with Matt Ishbia as the reasons he got the job, saying the past 2 years working in the Suns front office was like taking a master's course in the NBA. Gregory has a relationship with Devin Booker. That's great. In fact, Book was the first person to reach out to him after he got the job. His first job, hire a head coach. His second job, figure out this roster that missed the playoffs with the highest payroll.
Do you envision Bradley Beal and Kevin Durant on this roster next season?
You know, I never talk regarding players, contracts, movement, anything like that. I will tell you this, I have a very, very good relationship with both those guys. Kevin gave me a nice hug in the weight room the other night when the thing came across Twitter. Had a great dinner with Brad Beal last Thursday, I think it was, and we talked a little bit about summer plans and different things like that. My main focus right now, to be honest with you, is finding the right head coach for those guys. That's and getting prepared for the draft. That's where my mind is at 20 hours of the 24 hours a day right now.
Matt Ishbia followed through with a somewhat shift of power within the front office. Brian Gregory taking over as general manager for the Suns. Joined the Suns front office a couple of years ago. Has nearly 2 decades of college head coaching experience. He was an assistant coach when Matt Ishbia was there at Michigan State on the roster as a walk-on. James Jones, been the GM since 2019. He will stay on as a senior advisor. Of course, this change comes after the Suns missed the playoffs for the first time since 2020 with the highest payroll in the NBA. More moves are likely coming. So, Lena, we'll just start with this. What should Gregory's first move be as GM?
I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? You have to hire after firing Mike Budenholzer.
We're used to them being fired.
Yeah, I mean, let's hope we're not having the same conversation this time next year, right? But they have to hire the right head coach and move this team forward. A lot of names have been floated, right? Steve Nash, Michael Malone is one that I personally think would be attractive. I don't know if he's interested in taking the job, but he has championship experience. Sure. He's been in the league for a long time. He's respected among the league. It's an obvious choice. I don't know if it's the one that will be decided upon in the front office, but he knows how to work with superstars, and I think that he will be able to transition in Phoenix. But I think nailing the head coach.
Yeah, like it doesn't matter what happens after that. I mean, you got to get this hire right.
Absolutely. Whoever is on that roster, whoever the personnel is, this is the man who's going to be the shepherd of that team. The energy, the identity, the culture, right, that Matt Ishbia wanted to have established with this team from the top down. So we'll see.
Lena,
Michael Malone looking for a job.
While Michael Malone makes a lot of sense, Lena, I just don't see them going in this direction whatsoever. I think they're going to have a long list that you'll see play out through the month of May. I think it's going to happen towards the end of May. And it wouldn't surprise me whatsoever if it was a young coach, a first-time NBA head coach.
That would be surprising.
Because, it's got to go the other way, Lena. We've seen it where they've brought in guys with all this pedigree, and it just hasn't worked out. And I think guys like Michael Malone, it's just a young man's game nowadays. And you got to bring in somebody who can resonate with these guys while also getting them to play. I just don't see it. While I like the old school guys, I just don't see that happening. And I'd love for them to go get Kevin Young at BYU. I just don't think they can write him a big enough check.
Well, he's got the dream job right now. They passed over him for this job last year and the season before. So
get the hire right.
Stay tuned, folks. Let's transition from the hardwood to the field. The Cardinals begin their offseason workouts with rookie camp beginning this week. Running back James Conner was coaching kids up in Scottsdale this weekend. He was actually in Tucson today, but on Saturday he was at Chaparral High School. It's the first time Conner's hosted an event like this, a youth football camp in Arizona. So what did he think of the mostly defensive draft by his team, the Cardinals?
Defense wins championships, you know what I mean? So they built that defense up for sure, added the pieces along with the pieces that we already had. So now we got to put it together and come to work every day and see what we can do. We got to step up, though, even more. You know, everybody in our offense, we know what's at stake. We know what the expectation is, so we'll come ready.
All right, speaking of being out in the community, shout out to Cardinals linebacker Mack Wilson Sr. Really cool community event coming up this Saturday on May the 10th. Wilson is bringing his annual Celebrity Basketball Day and Community Day out there to Corona del Sol High School. Look at the guest list. It is star-studded. A lot of faces you will know. Tickets, they cost $10. The Community Day starts at 11. The game tips off at 1 o'clock. For more information and tickets, visit MacWilson.com. In tonight's Sunday Showcase, we are one-on-one with NWC.
Yeah, I might get these boys about 40.
Well, Mac, welcome inside the gym. You're going to host your celebrity basketball game out here.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like to do this again? I know you've done this a few years in a row, but to bring it here in the Valley.
Yeah, it's special. It always was a dream of mine to give back to, the city that I play ball at, and this is a big opportunity for me to give back in a great way by bringing some teammates along and some guys around the league as well. So we had a community day to start everything off, free for the kids. Obviously, we're doing it to benefit Fostering Champions and Make a Difference Foundation. So everything we make from this or whatnot, we're gonna give back to both parties to help out their foundations and things like that.
I know it's got to be different to put on something or put on your own camp.
Yeah.
What are some things specifically that you wanted to make sure, like, hey, now that I have something that is my own, I want to make sure people experience this and get to do this?
I didn't have this growing up. Like, I didn't have camps. I didn't have guys bringing NFL guys to my city, doing cool stuff like this. Like, it's something I didn't have, and it's something that I saw as a rookie. Jarvis Landry had one in Cleveland, and once I saw that and just how the city, supported him, how the city was behind him when he did that event, and all the people that came out, it was dope to see. So I kind of stole the idea from that, and ever since then, it was just been near and dear to my heart to do it every year, man. I have fun doing it. I enjoy seeing the people's faces, and just the guys coming to support, that's dope as well. Matt Wilson here at Palomino's, about to check out some nice food, see what the hype about.
I thought you were in Mexico for the draft. What was that experience like for you?
It was dope. Just to kind of see how obviously they live in Hermosillo. It's a small city with a lot of great food. I would say that. A lot of great food, a lot of great people.
Try it all?
Yeah, I tried everything. I even ate a fish with the head on it for the first time. So all the food was.
Sure? It was good?
Yeah, it was great.
All right.
All the food was a 10 out of 10. I would say that.
The Arizona Cardinals select Walter Nolan.
Your reaction to the draft was what? We all saw your social media tweets. What did you make of the job Monty and them did in the draft?
Yeah, he went bananas. I feel like he did a great job. Got everything that we needed. Got some guys that can ball up front. Yeah. And guys on the edge, offense, everybody, man. We just got to put it together, take it one day at a time, and just try to go out there and chase us one.
The Arizona Cardinals select
Cody Simon, linebacker, Ohio State. Let's go, Cardinals.
So obviously announcing the pick of Cody Simon, and then I love the tweet. That guy already got my rook.
Yeah.
Well, tell people what you mean by that. You gonna take that guy under your wing?
No, definitely. It's special, man, because I remember being a rookie 6 years ago, getting drafted to Cleveland, and I had Christian Kirksey, who was my vet at the time, and he took me under his wing, kind of showed me the way and showed me how it should be done. And I always told myself when I got me a rookie and I was, one of those guys in the room, I would try my best to, take him under my wing and show him the way.
Mother's Day is coming up. I thought one of the coolest things that I've seen, is what you did for your mom a few years ago and buying her a house. Just how often do you think about that moment, what you were able to do for your mom?
Yeah, I think about it a lot. It really don't hit me, honestly, until, like, I'm at home in Houston. And she just pop up at my house, like, randomly, be knocking at the door, just entering the code. So those be the moments that I always, pray for as a kid, and just work my butt off for to be able to go around the corner and go to my mom's house. She showed me the way, honestly. Raising 5 kids at the time, I just made it my mission to always make sure that my mom's great. Like, no matter if it's my last, like, I'm gonna give it to my mom, because I know the sacrifices she went through to make sure that we was just straight, to make sure we was eating, to make sure we was healthy, breathing, things like that. So, yeah, that's my queen.
Very sweet. Can't wait to see what's going to happen
Yeah.
next Saturday.
I know.
It's gonna
He
be
can hoop,
poppin'.
Lita.
He can hoop.
Hey, great night at the McBride Andrews Tight End Academy out there at Westwood High School. Second year for former Desert Mountain High School product Mark Andrews hosting this camp. And how cool was this? This year he brought along Cardinals tight end Trey McBride to help out.
Feels great. This is home for me, all my family out here. It's incredible to be out here with all these kids in this camp, second year doing it, and the two of us out here. We play the position at the highest level, and to be able to give back to these kids that are putting their time in at this time of night, this time of day, it's incredible. So just give them what we know, and trying to give back. I've been in their shoes.
To be here, in my backyard, playing here for the Cardinals, to help with the local, tight ends, get these guys better, and to be here with Mark, Rockin' Protein, all the above. So excited to be here. This has been a great camp. So many fun things. These guys are studs. So these guys are huge, by the way. For 16, 17 years old, they're huge, and I'm just excited to be here to give them some tips, kind of help them take them to that next level. Whatever I can do to just help them grow in any way.
So Trey, I see the arm. Are we putting a quarterback pass in the playbook? Should we call Drew and tell him?
No, man. I would love that, but I don't think they would. I don't want to throw it in a real game. But it's fun out here for sure.
It's different when the guys are coming after you holding the ball, right?
100%, yeah.
I remember when you signed your new contract, you talked about what it meant to you to be out in the community and seeing that impact full circle. Is it special?
Yeah, absolutely. To be in the backyard, to give back to the local tight ends here in Arizona, it's very special and something I love to do. And, what a great time to partner with Rockin' Protein and be out here for sure.
I know you got your finger on the pulse of this team. What'd you make of the draft? Do you do mock drafts like Kyler does or anything like that?
No, I don't do any of that, man, but I am tuned in. I was, very excited. I think we got a lot of really good players on defense. I'm excited for that, tackle or guard, whatever they brought in from Texas. So there's a lot of good players that they brought in, and I'm excited to get them here and get to work.
Yeah. Is it weird to know not a lot of offense? I guess they're doubling down on you guys and trusting what you guys are building, right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm excited to see how we can, grow as an offense and get better for sure.
Hey, ASU baseball is approaching history. Sun Devils, they beat Baylor today 8-6 to win the series. They are slugging it these days.
Yes, they are.
ASU now has 32 wins on the year. That ties their total from the past 2 years, right? A win Friday versus Houston at home would mark the most wins in a single season under skipper Willie Broomquist. How cool is that? They've won 7 of their last 9 games, and a freshman has been at the center of their offensive outburst.
12 Sports journalist Jake Garcia introduces us to Landon Hairston.
Batting second, left fielder, number 51. Landon Hairston.
He's only a freshman, and he's quickly becoming the face of the franchise. Landon Hairston is a line drive machine, a laser show every time he steps to the plate.
Going into this year, I didn't know really what to expect. I didn't know how my game would translate from high school to college, but kind of reassuring myself that I can do this and that I can go out there and hit.
Hairston's hit so much he could soon hit ASU rookie records. Shouldn't come as a shock, because with every swing, every smash, every stroll, Landon doesn't just trot down the baseline, he traces a family lineage that spans generations.
My dad, my uncle, great-uncle, great-grandfather, and grandfather.
5 family members who played Major League Baseball. His dad, Scott, did it for more than a decade. His first year spent with the D-backs.
One, high drive left field. The former Diamondback with a game-tying 2-run homer.
Landon along for the ride the rest of the way.
It was awesome traveling around with them. I think one summer we went on 24 road trips. Seeing the pros work on an everyday basis has helped me a lot, kind of understand what I need to do at the next level and how hard they work and how much of a grind it is to be a baseball player.
That inside baseball insight may have fueled Landon's next move. He saw the family tree and wanted to branch out.
I actually quit baseball for 2 years and started playing hockey and got pretty good at that. I led the state in goals, I'm pretty sure.
11-year-old Landon was shooting for the Stars, and Scott wanted to support his son.
His goal was to make it in the NHL. So as a dad, in the back of your mind, and you're just like, okay, well, just if that's what you want to do.
Hairston's baseball hiatus lasted just 2 years.
But I knew that, eventually his baseball talents would surpass his hockey talents.
Landon decided to accept what was always destiny, baseball in his blood.
None of my family ever played hockey, so I knew that I wasn't going to get any advice from them and how to do it. In baseball, I got plenty of advice to lean on, so I think that was the right decision.
ASU now reaps the rewards. A program that's produced 477 draft picks and 117 MLB players, but none with the last name Hairston. Landon the first in his family to don maroon and gold.
Fell back in love with it and knew that that's where I'm supposed to be, and I just kind of took off from there.
Blazing his own trail and following in footsteps all at once.
Just making it to the big leagues is very rare. And to have a family that's had 5 big leaguers, and hopefully a couple on the way. We're all appreciative.
A family lineage that's baseball royalty, with Landon next in line. In Phoenix, Jake Garcia, 12 Sports.
After 11 seasons with the Connecticut Sun, Alyssa Thomas is now in the Valley of the Sun. 1 week into Mercury training camp, and AT's established herself as the leader in this locker room. In tonight's Sunday Conversation, I'm one-on-one with the Olympic gold medalist who's chasing a WNBA championship here in Phoenix. It's year 12 for you. I mean, a dozen here in the W. What's that like to say out loud?
Yeah, I mean, that's an honor within itself. 12 years in a league like this. I mean, not too many people can say that, so definitely an honor to be a part of it for this long.
What was your perception of the Mercury? I mean, talking about the history and the legacy of the organization, and how has that changed or been emphasized since you arrived here?
When you think about Phoenix Mercury, like you said, championships, just the legacy the name holds within itself. So many great players have played here, and then you get here and you get to experience everything that they're about, and they're about it. You know, they really are about being the top organization and making sure you're treated like a pro athlete here.
First new team in your career, and now you're joining an organization that's in a new era as well. How much does that excite you, and do you feel any pressure?
I wouldn't say I feel any pressure. We're all here for a reason. I think we're all really excited about the opportunity and, just playing with new people, just, learning each other, trying to figure this out. But once it clicks, it's going to be a lot of fun and really scary at the same time.
Scary in what way?
Scary or just dangerous. I mean, you have so many offensive weapons, and, I'm able to just go around and facilitate and do what I do and just, get everyone easy shots.
You had the opportunity to work with Ka as part of Team USA. Now you two are kind of the new faces of this franchise. What excites you most about working with her, and what did you learn about her throughout training camp last year with Team USA?
Watching Ka play, she's a dog. She's an ultimate competitor and wants to win. And then, playing alongside each other at USA was just so much fun, just, feeding off of each other's energy. So it's just exciting to be on the same side of it now and leading this team to somewhere it hasn't been in a long time.
What would it mean for you to get that ring, hoist the trophy here with the Mercury?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge reason why I'm here. I've been close several times, but haven't been able to accomplish that, and I felt that it was time for a change and go at it in a different way. And I got a lot of like-minded people, from our coaching staff to players, that want the same thing. So I like to say that hopefully I can age backwards here with all the resources that they have.
What's your message to the X Factor? You've played in this arena, you've been on the other side, so what do you want the X Factor to know about what Alyssa Thomas is bringing to this program, what they can look forward to?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to change about me. I'm going to give it my all. I'm coming and giving 110% each and every night, and I know I'm going to have them back there supporting me, and it's just going to be a lot of fun, and I'm super excited for it to get started.
Yes, the D-backs are the latest trend in sports right now. They have gone viral for their new City Connect uniforms. Remember a few years ago when everybody went crazy here in the Valley for the Suns Valley jerseys? Well, these are in the same ballpark. The D-backs finally dropping their new Serpientes jerseys. 12 Sports was there this morning when the doors opened at the team shop. The jerseys, of course, pay tribute, bringing back iconic elements from past D-backs jerseys. From the 90s styles, pinstripes and sleeves. I love the D-backs logo on the Arizona flag, Arizona born on the collar. And, of course, the tag at the bottom celebrates both 1998, the first year of the franchise, and then State 48. The Serpientes brand, of course, continues from past City Connect jerseys. The logo is now on caps. D-back CEO Derek Hall joined me earlier on 12+, reacting to the release. What does it mean to keep Serpientes on the front?
I think it's huge. It's become its own brand. I think people love calling us Serps or Serpientes now. It's just that second brand. I remember, it was Ken Kendrick who said to me, hey, why don't you come up with a word that is in Spanish, and connect it to our Latino fans? He said, think of one. So I'm sitting on the plane going up to Portland because we're going to meet with Nike. And I'm just sitting on the plane trying these translations of all these different, right? Like, what's rattlesnake? What's snake? And Serpientes comes out, and I'm like, that could be it. And so we told the Nike folks, hey, work with Serpientes, and they came up with the S, and now that we have the S on the cap, right, it looks so good, and I'm just fired up that we kept it. It means a lot to me.
I like this Arizona born on this neck collar.
I noticed that. I'm glad you pointed that out. Look at that.
I know it's nothing, you can't see it when you're wearing it, but, having it, behind your neck while you got it on, Arizona born, represent.
What we got?
We got the new City Connect Serpientes hat right here. I'm rocking with the purple and teal instead of the teal and purple. Got the Corbin Carroll jersey right here, ready to go. Dodger weekend. Really can't wait for it.
I think this is something that fans certainly can be proud of and truly enjoy, which, I know that the look, the feel, and the branding is such an important part of connection with fans. So I'm even a sucker. I'm buying a hat today too. So.
It's a good looking hat.
It is.
Right?
I'm a sucker for a good hat, and this is a good one.
Look at Baxter showing that off. He looks. Is this your old jersey? What we got today? Man, they hooked you up, Baxter. Is this the first one? One of one. You got the very first jersey? All right, now Baxter, in your own words, and I know you got a lot of thoughts, right? Well, hold on, we're getting in the stance here. A lot of thoughts. What did you make of these jerseys? Was that 20? All right, 20. Oh, they smell good, and they do. It smells better on Baxter.
For me, with the purple and keeping Serpientes, I think was really cool. So I think they did a really good job. So be excited to see them on the field.
Oh, they look awesome. Very unique, very cool designs. Look forward to wearing them. I've honestly never wore purple in my life, so I'm just really interested in wearing that. I got some cleats to go with it, and I know, excited.
Fire, straight fire. Love the color, love the turquoise with the purple. I think the fans are going to be super excited when we take the field for the first time in them, and everybody's trying to figure out what shoes they're going to be wearing and what color belt they're going to wear, what color batting gloves. So it's a fun time for us as well.
So just to clear all this up, everybody's a baseball player today and a fashion expert. By the way, the first time the D-backs are going to wear these jerseys is Friday, May 9th against the Dodgers. By the way, you can watch that game right here on 12 News. And then the rest of the year on Friday nights, the D-backs are going to rock these new jerseys. Most of those games, by the way, the rest of the season, right here on 12 News. Big week for the D-backs, big week for us right here on 12. First pitch tonight at 6:40 against the Mets. Highlights and post-game reaction tonight at 10 o'clock. Guys, back to you.
All right, Cam Cox with our fashion report. So, Cam, did they rock it or wreck it?
Second place overall. They rocked it. I really like the jerseys.
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome throwback. So in my book, they rocked it.
I would agree. I love the purple and the teal. It pops. It just looks good. It looks
Yeah,
crisp.
back when we won the World Series, that's what we were wearing. The
See,
purple
as long
and
as they
teal.
got the Caribe stamp of approval, that's all that matters.
Right? All right, I love the fact that we're going to see him for the first time right here on 12 News.
Yes,
which is great on
right.
Friday.
Yes,
Thanks,
all right.
buddy.
Building alignment, shape our identity, allows us to start the alignment, allows us to start building that identity. It's about building that alignment.
That does it for us. Thanks so much for watching 12 Sports tonight on 12 Plus. Same time, same place next Thursday. And don't forget, you can get the best sports coverage in town right here on Arizona Sports Station, morning, noon, and night on 12 News. And if you miss us, head over to 12news.com, the 12 News YouTube page, or right here on the 12 Plus app on your TV. I'm Jake Garcia. We'll see you back here Sunday night at 10:30 on 12 Sports Tonight.
Line decision. Maybe there isn't that alignment. To the fans and to you guys, I'm going to be held accountable to executing this vision. One other area that Matt and I are extremely aligned in, with the alignment of Matt, that will be an aligned decision.